Always good to have a regional audience as we bring you sports coverage along WSTO and other locales as we have girls games coverage. Comes out to the high slot now, and a sliding puck gets redirected well wide of Hellenbrand. Silver Eagles still control, and it's Jack Lemire picking it back up. Now bottom of the circle here on this side, 10.5 to go in the first. Centering pass, and that's taken away by the Vikings, and it comes out to neutral ice. They turn, fire it right back in. Brett Zapp sends it well wide of Hellenbrand. Wallin has it for the Vikings, and he chips it along this near side, and it'll be back out to neutral once again. They tried to get it back in, but the body of Brody Lavacek says not this time, and he sends it over to the corner here on this side. As the Vikings prevent it from getting out of the zone, they'll go and chase it down. Lavacek with it in the corner, sidesteps and eludes a check. And then he gets whacked from behind too. Anyway, back out in front, and this will come just out of the reach of Chad Clark, and he'll retreat back to his own zone to get the puck, and then it's Lavacek with it again. Across the red line, picks his way through a couple of Silver Eagle defenders, finally got dislodged from the puck, and the Silver Eagles can't get it out. Austin Sealing sends it behind the net, and it emerges over on the far side. Back to Sealing at the top of the slot. Still in the Silver Eagle zone, now it comes free out to neutral. Silver Eagles fire it in, off the rebound, it comes to the top of the circle. Ethan Ebert over there throwing an elbow, and centering pass between the circles gets knocked down. Here come the Vikings the other way with Jack Sunby. Sunby got ridden out of the play by Ethan Johnson. They dump it in the corner, try and bounce it off a couple of sticks, swing and a miss on the shot. Back out to the point, Wallin now into the circle, turning the corner. Staplefeld with a wrister, and that goes just wide. Sanford had it, or looked at it out at the point. Puck just slides harmlessly through neutral, and the Silver Eagles fire it in. The rebound comes right over in front of Hellenbrand, and the Vikings start the rush up this near side again. Wallin with a head of steam, finally gets bumped off, and the centering pass hit the body of Ethan Johnson, who had laid down on the ice to make sure that pass didn't get through.
Sanford clears the zone.
This would be icing, but they'll wave that off as the Silver Eagles play it before it gets below the goal line. Coming up on 8 minutes left here in the first period. Lavacek with it in a circle, and that shot is a blast that goes just wide of the mark. Another shot redirected, and that goes wide to the right too. Back behind the net now. Johnson starts the rush for the Silver Eagles. Moves toward the middle, fires it off the boards on the far side, and retreating is Ethan Ebert. Back out to the point. And now into the circle, and a wrister, and that's just over Hellenbrand's glove. Comes back all the way out to neutral, where it's played by Garrett Vinci. Vinci just kind of feathers it over to the wall. That's batted out of the air by Ebert. And now taken by the Silver Eagles, bottom of the circle, tried to center it across, loose puck, and it's going to be collected by Hellenbrand, and he'll hold on. 7:20 to go in the first. Vikings 1-0 lead on a Sam Wallin goal at 4:42 here in the first period. Face off in the Viking zone, and this will be drawn back toward the wall behind the Viking net. Wallin plays it here in the corner and comes out to the top of the circle. Shot right in on Hellenbrand, and he sweeps it aside. Poked out of the zone. Now the race is on. Furseth will be first to play it for the Vikings. Has help. Glove down and batted out of the air. Silver Eagles turn and fire it out, and this will be icing against Monona Grove. Quinn Link grabbed it out of the air, flung it down on the ice, but he ran out of real estate before he got into the crease right in front of the goal. Face off in the Monona Grove zone after the icing call with 6:57 to play in the first. Face off won by the Vikings. They center it, and it'll be knocked aside by Monona Grove, but the Vikings will hold the zone for the time being. Out to neutral now, and that hits a Viking skate and slides into the Viking zone. at the side of the net, shot, and that one goes just wide of the mark to the left. Staplefeld trying to start a rush, but that was knocked away by a Silver Eagle stick. Now it does come out of the zone. Fire it right back in. Wallin bats it out of the air off of his chest, and it goes up the far side to Sanford. Sanford across the blue line, puts a shot in toward Borchert, and he steers it aside, trying to get it back toward the middle, but that was knocked down. Dane Sutton with it. He plays it off the near side wall, and a giveaway right down the middle, and a score.
That was a wide open look at the net right there. That was an easy shot for him.
Yeah, that was kind of a gift goal there for Tanner Smith, as he got the free puck. Vikings kind of broke down defensively, and Tanner Smith beats Carter Hellenbrand on the high side. And we are tied at 1 with 6:06 to go. And that is Tanner Smith, by the way, is the Silver Eagles' leading scorer this year. That was his 9th goal of the season.
Goal for the Silver Eagles by number 20.
Just under 6 minutes left in the period.
No assists granted on that Tanner Smith goal. And so we are tied at 1 now with just under 6 minutes to go. And off the face-off, Dawson Dutcher plays it up. Jack Lemire had it for a moment. Now it's Jared Bauer with it for the Vikings, and his shot and a score! Well, that tie didn't last very long, did it?
Nope, 21 seconds.
11:15 time of the goal, and Jared Bauer gives the Vikings a 2-1 lead. Vikings already north of their goals per game average this year at 1.82. They've got 2 in the books already, and there's still almost 6 minutes left here in the opening period. And that almost a giveaway in the Viking zone. Across the blue line, a shot, and that is steered out of play by Borchert. Face-off coming in the Monona Grove zone with 5:29 to play. You feel lonely down there with all the action down on this end so far?
Yeah, it's very uneventful on the Viking side over here.
Off the face-off, top of the circle, Staplefeld pirouettes a couple of times. Wallin winds up, blast, and that's knocked down by the Silver Eagles, and here they come with help down the middle. Tanner Smith has it again, shot in on Hellenbrand, gloves it aside, and the Vikings turn and fire it out of the zone. This should be icing, and it is.
5:09 remaining in the first period, and the Vikings are up 2-1. Face-off will be in the far side circle over here.
We've got 2 broadcast locations tonight. I'm upstairs on the platform as usual. Derek is down on the floor, ice level, on this end of the ice where you're looking at. You probably see him every once in a while, and the camera heads toward the near side wall. Around the other side now, and this is going to be Austin Sealing getting it out of the zone. Staplefeld is onside. Puck goes sliding behind the net. Staplefeld pokes it back the other way. 4:42 to go. Clock running here in the first period. 2-1 our score. Vikings in front. They send it into the zone. Chad Clark will play it for Stoughton. Staplefeld, then around this way, top of the circle, pad save made, kicked over to the far side wall with 4:25 left. And now back behind the net. Clark will go and chase it down again. He gets cut off at the pass, and it comes up along the near side and right into Derek's lap. At the middle of the ice, big hit there between the circles. Comes back over here along the wall. And we've got a penalty coming up. An interference call. That's been one of the struggles of the Vikings so far this year, is penalties. Ethan Ebert heads into the box for interference, first penalty of the game, and the first power play opportunity for the Silver Eagles. 4:08 to go in the first. Silver Eagles pretty successful on power plays this year, 37%. Vikings penalty kill, 66.1%. Out to the blue line.
For the Vikings on number 16, 2 minutes for interference.
Gerathanis on the give and go. Shot and a save made by Hellenbrand. 1:44 left in the penalty, 3:52 to go for the first period.
It's always nice seeing a relatively clean game.
Yes, I think the last game, the game between the Vikings and McFarland, I think the Vikings ended up with some 20-odd minutes of penalties, 8 or 9, 10 penalties, something like that. And I think there was a major involved in there somewhere too. And comes out to the point now. Silver Eagles hold the zone on a power play for another minute and 37. That pass intercepted by Staplefeld. It ends up in the corner. And now Brett Zapp has it behind the net, comes out to the circle on this side. Now along the goal line, they tried that give and go play again, but nobody was home that time. And that bounces off of Dawson Dutcher, and the Silver Eagles will have to clear the zone. 1:15 left in the penalty, 3:22 to go in the first period. And now to the circle and a shot. Chest high save for Hellenbrand, and he'll hold on. Another face-off coming here with 1:09 left in the penalty.
I believe that game you were talking about the last time, we got down to, what was it, 3-on-3 for a little while, or 4-on-4?
I believe you're right, yeah. It was either, I think it was 3-on-3 for a
couple seconds.
Maybe 30 or 45 seconds, something like that. And then the scoreboard was all lit up, and our clocks on the graphics are all lit up. So here's a shot, save made by Hellenbrand, loose puck in the slot, and still loose. Big pile up there, and Hellenbrand able to keep it out somehow. A terrific job that time. And so we stay 2-1 with 56 seconds left in the penalty.
That was almost like watching gymnastics down here, James. He was flipping on his back, swinging himself around.
Did a very, very nice job, and a well-deserved hand from the crowd over there and from the folks in the box up here. And that's cleared out by the Vikings. 3 minutes left in the first period, and 49, 48, 47 seconds left in the man advantage for the Silver Eagles. Comes out to the blue line, and this will be Prebush with it. Michael Zandy in the corner, carries it behind the net, comes over to the near side corner. Zandy will get it back. 30 seconds left in the penalty.
And over here to Lemire.
Lemire's got it back, bottom of the circle. Shot, that one came up high, and Hellenbrand able to keep it out. They try and stuff it in on the side. They take a 5-iron to it, and now it's touched out of the zone. 12 seconds left in the penalty. 2:17 left in the first period. Ethan Johnson retreats back to his own zone. 4 seconds left in the penalty. Right down the middle now, Dutcher. Penalty is done, both teams back to full strength. Dutcher, centering pass, and that goes off of Hellenbrand's stick and ends up in the corner. Comes back out to the blue line, and they'll dump it in the corner, and it wraps around the backside of the net. Less than 2 minutes to go, popped up straight in the air, and they play it like a jump ball in basketball. Finally, the Vikings come away from the scrum with it, and a 3-on-3 developing back this way. That pass just out of the reach of Jack Sunby, and now the Silver Eagles will quickly start a rush up the far side with 1:35 to go in the period. Zapp stops, bottom of the circle, moves to the backside of the net, tried to center it, did, but it went through everybody, and now coming back for the Vikings is Brody Lavacek, and he gets dislodged from the puck as it bounces into the corner. 1:18 to go. Popped up in the air in the circle. Lavacek knocks it out of the air, and then it skipped over Austin Sealing's stick. Still behind the net, and now the Silver Eagles start the rush up the far side, but into Staplefeld skate. And now we've got less than a minute to go here in the first. Staplefeld with a shot, and off the bicep of Borchert, it's a save, and it comes over to the near side corner. And now along the wall, Silver Eagles are able to finally clear it out. Sanford has it at the red line with 45 seconds left in the period. They fire it in, ricochets over to this near side, settled down, and that's a rising shot that goes just over Borchard's shoulder and into the glass behind the net. 33 seconds to go. Brandon Churches sends a shot in, sliding toward Hellenbrand. He makes a save, and they pound it off the boards coming back. It's Austin Sealing. He sidesteps a big hit at the blue line on the far side. 17, 16, 15 seconds to go in the first period. One more rush now. Johnson with it, being bothered by Staplefeld. Staplefeld takes a whack at him 3 times with his stick behind the net with 5 seconds to play in the period. Silver Eagles get it back out toward the point, and they're not going to get a shot away as the clock has expired in this first period. How about that, Derek?
That was a great first period. I'm looking forward to period number 2 and 3.
And we will have the second period coming up here for you in just a minute. 2-1 our score. The Vikings lead. The Silver Eagles of Monona Grove will come back for the second in just a few minutes. This is high school boys hockey, the Badger South Conference on WSTO TV. The first period looking like this. At 4:42, it was Sam Wallin getting a goal, and that gave the Vikings a 1-0 lead. And then at the 10:54 mark, it was Tanner Smith tying it up for Monona Grove to make it 1-1, and then just 21 seconds later, Jared Bauer gets the Vikings' second goal of the night, and that has us where we are at this point, which is a Viking lead of 2-1. And Derek is going to take us through the Stoughton Hospital stats report, I think.
All right, so as you can see, we got a score of 2-1 with the Vikings up. And it's very lopsided on shots on goal, which is kind of surprising with the score we have, because Monona Grove had 17 shots on goal, where the Vikings had 7. Of course, there were 5 saves for the goalie for Monona Grove, and 16 saves for Hellenbrand. And the Vikings were the only ones to get a penalty that period, and it was Ethan Ebert. He got 2 minutes for interference.
All right, very good. And that's our Stoughton Hospital stats report through the first period, and we'll check in with that again coming up here in between periods number 2 and 3. Vikings out on the ice. The Silver Eagles are lurking in their locker room yet. They'll be coming out here shortly.
And speaking of the Stoughton Hospital stats report, it's always good to thank our sponsors. We got Stoughton Hospital, we got Mike Daniels Farmers Insurance, Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, the UPS Store, McFarland State Bank, all great places in town, and you should definitely help them out because they help us bring you high school sports.
Yeah, definitely. None of this would be possible without the support of those businesses, and we really, really appreciate all of the help that they give us, and we hope that you go out and support them. So we get ready for the second period. Vikings leading 2-1 over Monona Grove. You know, it's been so cold the last couple of weeks. I was standing up here in the first period, and it actually feels warm in here tonight. And then Derek is down on the floor, and he's right next to the open door with the wind.
It's not as warm down here.
Vikings able to clear the zone. Nolan Staplefeld with it, and poked off of his stick by Tanner Smith. Now Sam Wallin with it for the Vikings, plays it off the boards at neutral, and brought in by Jack Sunby. Shot, save made, and that comes back out to the point. Sanford there, back down to the corner, and they'll try this side.
Let's Vinge with it for the Silver Eagles.
And right in front, Wallin, top of the circle, bottom of the circle now, carries it behind the net, had it smacked off of his stick. Still play behind the net with Brett Zapp, and he plays it high off the glass, and it comes out of the zone. Wallin pushes it ahead to Austin Sealing, who dumps it in the corner, rolls around to the other side. Staplefeld gets pinned up along the boards, and now has it. Sharp angled shot, goes right through the crease, and it comes back out and that's just above the blue line, so this will be an offside call if the Vikings touch it. So everybody touches up now, and here come the Silver Eagles as they play it hard off the boards and knocked into the Viking zone. Chad Clark first to play it, comes across, giveaway right in the middle, shot, and a save made by Hellenbrand. Oh boy, dangerous play there as Riley Seifert intercepted the pass between the circles, and that could have very easily been the tying score. Face off in the Viking zone here with 15:28 to go in the second. Heads toward the side of the net, poked away by Hellenbrand, and it comes over to the near side wall. They drop it down toward the corner, and then pushed there by Dane Sutton. Still in the corner with it. And now they come back out behind the net. They tried to get it in front, but big traffic jam knocked that aside. Oh, a couple of nifty moves there with a shot and a score! Brody Lavicek with a couple of really nice moves, and the Vikings now lead 3-1.
Not even 2 minutes gone by in that period before Lavicek gets a nice goal. Nice wide open net shot.
Went top shelf again. And now the Vikings with a 2-goal lead. Trevor Ogden sends it into the Viking zone, intercepted there right in front of the net by Dane Sutton. Sutton gets it back, and he plays it around the top of the boards at the glass. Held in by the Silver Eagles. Down to the corner now, Ethan Ebert hems it in along the boards there. 1, 2, 3 players battle for it. They just freeze it up. Now it's finally poked free. And it squirts free behind the net. Goes over to the far side, held up there by Quinn Link. And out of the zone, off the stick of Cam Furseth. They turn and fire it, bat it out of the air. But not into the Silver Eagle zone yet. Now it's backhanded in by Dustin Welke. 14:08 to play in the second. Another goal here by the Vikings in the second have given them a 3-1 lead. And this puck slides back into the Viking zone. Sam Wallin retrieves it. Long pass ahead up the far side. Staplefeld turns, fires it in. Goes sliding behind the net, and it comes over here to the corner. Wallin with it at the point. Now into the circle. They get it in the slot with a shot. And another save made. Boy, that developed quickly as Jack Sunby was just camped out between the circles and put a wrister on it, and it was Borchert making the quick save, and looked like he was a little slow to recover from that shot.
Yeah, made it right past his blockers, so he caught it with his legs.
13 and a half minutes left here in the second period. Vikings up 3-1. And puck at the blue line, sent back in by Austin Sealing. Played behind the net. Garrett Vinci had it for a moment. And now the Silver Eagles start the rush. Tanner Smith with it, top of the circle, into the corner. Still with it, behind the net, plays it off the wall, and that's intercepted by the Vikings. Staplefeld trying to get around traffic, and had it knocked off of his stick. Jarathanis sends it over to this near side, and he'll get it back right down the middle, trying to get around Wallin. Sanford back helping defensively. They get ridden into the boards over there. Michael Zandy has it, out to the point now, held up there by the Silver Eagles. They played along the far side wall. Zandy with it back. Comes out to the high slot, and a wrister, and that goes off of Hellenbrand and caroms off to the Dashers on the far side. Staplefeld chips it ahead, but that might be a little bit too far, as it is, and it's going to be an icing call against Stoughton with 12:25 to play here in the second. You mentioned, Derek, as we were heading to the first intermission, cleanly played game so far, just one penalty called in the game thus far tonight.
Yeah, Ethan Ebert with that penalty.
Puck comes sliding up here toward the blue line and out to neutral ice. Silver Eagles trying to get it back toward the Viking zone, and Ethan Johnson with it. Sends it across, and they'll play it back out to the red line, Michael Zandy. Oop. And here's Lavicek with a backhand shot.
That's his second goal this period. Brings us up to 4-1 with exactly 12 minutes remaining in the period. So 5 minutes gone in the second period, and a second goal by Lavicek.
James Hansen and Jared Bauer with the assists on this most recent Brody Lavicek goal. And I believe I heard the officials say that Bauer's going to get credit for an assist on the first Lavicek goal. And we've got a penalty. So the dreaded announcer curse has struck again. Cleanly played game, and then penalties called. And I think that's 24 that just went in the box, is it not?
Yep, that's Lavicek.
Yep. So Brody Lavicek in the box on a hook, and with 11:53 to go in the second period, the Vikings leading 4-1, but now have to kill off a 2-minute penalty. High slot for Dutcher, over to the far side, in through the middle, and that's batted back out above the circles.
And of course, so far this game, the Silver Eagles are 0 for 1 on power plays, so we're hoping for 0 for 2 this time.
Out to the point now, and to the circle. That's Vinci, and he got knocked off of the puck. Zapp has it now. And Zapp with a shot, save, and back out to the high slot once again. Into the circle. And a shot that hits Jack Sanford's skates and goes harmlessly into the corner. Coming over to collect it is Tanner Smith, who has the one Monona Grove goal tonight. And that is a nice job defensively by Jack Sunby to put his body in front of the puck on the pass.
And Sunby is the first Viking on this side to catch up with the puck.
Just under a minute left in the power play for the Silver Eagles. 10:47 to go in the second period. Vinci, they'll start the rush up this near side with 42 seconds left in the penalty. Vikings able to get it back above the blue line once again. Sanford with it now, shorthanded. Sanford at the circle, just carries it into the corner. 27, 26, 25 left in the penalty. 10:17 to go for the second period. As the puck slides behind the MG net, they'll bring it back to the corner on this side with 15 seconds to go in the power play. Coming up on 10 minutes left in the second period. 5 seconds to go, and that's going to be a giveaway into the circle, and a shot. Hellenbrand saves, and it comes all the way back out to the blue line. And Lavicek, oh boy, Vikings had 3 players coming back, but none of them could get control on the puck. 9:37 to play in the second. Out to the high slot, the Silver Eagles hold the zone. Now to the circle on the far side, and that is Lemire. Right in the middle, here's a shot, and that gets redirected off of a stick over the crossbar. Ethan Ebert with the puck now for the Vikings as he starts to rush up the far side along the wall. A little unlucky there as Lavicek was ready to dump it in the zone, but Ebert had gotten upended and was in the zone before the puck was, so that would have been an offside call. And here's a giveaway. Furseth almost with a walk-in. James Hansen has it, trying to dump it to the corner, but got more ice than puck on the pass.
Vikings send it around through the corner over here.
They were double teaming a couple of, or couple of Viking players are double teaming one of the MG players over on that far side. Pinballing around. There's another big hit by Hansen over in front of the parents. 8.5 minutes to go in the second. Trevor Ogden sends it in. Hellenbrand makes the stop, and he'll cover it up. 8:24 to play here in the second.
And Vikings are up 4-1. Nice lead, nice comfortable lead for right now.
Should mention that this is the first of 4 games that we're going to have for you on WSTO over the next 3 days. Girls will be back in action tomorrow, which is Friday, January 5th. And then we've got a split doubleheader for you on Saturday. The girls, the Icebergs, will be playing at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. And then the Vikings, the boys, and the Vikings will be back in action on Saturday night at 7. The delay here is for the subs. Referee goes over and barks at the Viking bench. They wanted to get some new bodies in, and the referee would not allow it. Off the face-off, a quick shot goes wide to the left. Rebound comes back out to the point, now dropped down toward the corner. 8:15 to go in the second. Go to the side of the net, and then that hits a couple of sticks, comes out to neutral now, and Brett Zapp sends it right back in. Send it to the other side. Wallin, Link, and now Furseth with it across the red line. Furseth just dumps it in the corner. Dustin Welke will go and give chase, and he gets the puck taken away from him by Zapp. Now they chip it along this near side and go over to the other side, and Tanner Smith with it stops, tries to center it, and the Vikings' Ethan Ebert just sweeps it along into the corner. 7:30 to play in the second. Wallin forces the issue over to the other side, and that's Quinn Link. Pile up with the referee over there as well. Silver Eagles hold the zone. Puck comes in front of Hellenbrand and taken by Wallin and out to neutral. Into the Silver Eagle zone, and that will be rejected right back out. And now a 2-on-1 shot. Hellenbrand sticks it aside. Collected by Riley Seifert in the corner. 6:54 to play in the second. Turnaround shot, that's knocked down by a couple of skates and then just poked out to neutral. Ethan Johnson with it. Had it knocked off of his stick. Comes back out to Link out at the point, and it'll be cleared out and settled down by Austin Sealing, who'll throw it into the corner. Centering pass, and that went right underneath the stick of Borchert. Never had control of it. There's a big hit along the door over on the other side. Over to this side now, Chad Clark has it for the Vikings, and that bounces off of a skate. Pass goes back out to neutral, and Lemire sends it in. 6:12 to go. Bounced off the wall, and here comes Austin Sealing. Staplefeld down the middle. Sealing still with it all the way in the corner. Staplefeld was tapping the ice, trying to get his attention to get the pass across, but by the time he finally got the pass, he was almost even with the net, or almost behind the net. Played off the boards, now to neutral. James Hansen with it now. And now to this side, shot, and that one is sticked aside. Shot taken by Jack Sunby. And now the Silver Eagles will just ice it. And we'll get a stoppage of play here with 5:36 to go in the second period. While you are on TV with me tonight, let me ask you about our online presence.
Okay.
So you kind of designed the whole deal, did you not?
I did.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about the online player, and now the fact that we're in high definition online as well.
Yeah, all of our hockey and other productions that we do with our production truck are now in HD on demand. So you can watch it online anytime you want in HD. Then you can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. On Facebook, we're facebook.com/WSTO TV. And on Twitter, we're at WSTO TV.
While we're talking about that, Brady Gerathanas coming right in on Hellenbrand, and Carter just belly flopped on the puck to keep it out. And again, a terrific job on the goaltending tonight. Here's the centering pass, hits the side of the net, still loose, and a big collision, finally knocked down out of the air by Lavacek, and here the Vikings come again. Brody sends it into the zone, approaching 5 minutes left here in the second. Lavacek with it in the corner. Tried to get it toward the middle. Finally, the Vikings do come away with it. Bounding puck on a save made by Borchert. And it comes out to neutral. Wallin sends it across to the other side. Hansen has it, plays it off the wall and down to the corner. 4:37 to go in the second. Centering pass intercepted by Monona Grove and comes out to neutral. Sanford with it. Comes this way to Wallin. Back to Sanford on the other side. Touched into the Viking zone. First to play it is going to be Zapp. Brett Zapp with it. Go ahead.
Zapp clears the zone over there. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the second period.
To the corner now. Sam Wallin will start a rush. He's being bothered over there by Lemire. Lemire sends it around the boards and up the near side. Shot, and that one never really got in on goal. There's a penalty coming up here, and it's going to be a Viking penalty. And Lemire with it now in the circle, and a shot, save made. Loose puck comes over to this side, and they finally touch up. So, Viking penalty. And we'll wait for everybody to clear out, and then the referee will come over and tell us what the problem is. Dustin Welke heads into the box for a hook. 3:31 left in the second, and the Silver Eagles on their third power play of the night. Comes out to the high slot. Dutcher with it, and in between the circles, knocked over here to the near side wall. Back out to Dutcher at the blue line. Over to the circle on the other side. Little wrister, and that goes off the mark, and the Vikings not able to get the puck back to try and clear it out of the zone. Comes back out to the point, and they'll try this side now. Gerathanas sends it down to the corner.
Less than 3 minutes remaining in the second period.
Zapp with it. Gerathanas, and now Zapp has it back at the blue line. Gerathanas at the bottom of the circle. Now high slot. Dutcher with a shot. Save made. Hellenbrand covers it up. 2:46 to go. 1:15 left in the power play for Monona Grove. Face-off drawn back out toward the blue line and chipped along. Lavacek trying to get ahead of the pack, but it was knocked a little bit further away from him and down to the corner. 1:04, 1:03, 1:02 to go in the penalty. 2.5 minutes left in the second. Across the blue line, Zandy stops behind the net. Now they chip it along to the near side. Wallin fires it off the boards and out.
About
40 seconds to go. Yep. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in period number 2. And that's a giveaway. A 2-on-1 now for the Vikings. Sanford and Link. Sanford with a shot and a stomach save made by Borchert. 17 seconds left in the power play for Monona Grove. 1:48 to go in the second. Face-off coming in the Monona Grove zone. And this will head toward the side of the net. 12, 11, 10 seconds to go in the penalty. 1:40 for the period. Gerathanis had it taken off of his stick by Austin Sealing. Now carried in. Centering pass. Hellenbrand makes a save. Then they are able to get the rebound and put it in. Tanner Smith able to get the loose puck and beat Hellenbrand on the near side. I don't know if it's going to be a power play goal or not.
20 from 8 and 21.
So Tanner Smith gets the goal. Brett Zapp and Brady Gerathanis with the assists. Time of the goal, 15:32.
So far tonight, the Silver Eagles are 0 for 3 for power plays.
So they will call that an even strength goal, and now we've got a high stick called. So face-off in Monona Grove zone. 4-2 our score now with 1:18 remaining in the second period. Face-off won by the Vikings. Wallin holds his own at the blue line. That shot goes wide, high, and right into the glass behind the net.
Goal scored for the Silver Eagles by number 20,
And the puck comes out to the top of the crease and then popped over to the wall. We have a minute to go in the period. Bounding puck into the corner.
21, Brett Zapp.
Now the Silver Eagles will bring Jack Lemire out, and he'll put it in the corner. 45 seconds remaining. Second period. Shot. Hellenbrand makes a save, and that pass goes just off the stick of Garrett Vinci. Was not able to hold the zone. Hellenbrand catches it from just outside the blue line, is where that pass came from. And so the faceoff will be outside of the Viking zone. 32 seconds to go. 3 goals in the first and 3 more here in the second. Vikings leading 4-2. Gerathanis with it, high slot, and that shot goes briskly into the glass. 22 seconds to go. Over to the other side now. Kick down toward the corner from Dawson Dutcher. 15 seconds. Vikings, if they hurry, will get a 3-on-2. They tried to get it to Lavicek. Icing is called against the Vikings here. And it's going to be 7 seconds remaining in the second period. And a face-off back down to the Viking zone. So 7 seconds to go. Face-off hung up in the circle, hammered over to the wall, referee in the way, and the second period will come to an end. So 2 more goals for the Vikings in the second, give them a 4-2 lead over the Silver Eagles of Monona Grove, and so far so good, Derek.
Yeah, so far. Only 3 penalties in that entire game so far. Unfortunately, all against the Vikings, but then the Silver Eagles are also 0-3 on power play goals, so that's the silver lining in that.
Saves for the second period.
Where we are here.
Eagles number 30, Burchard with
All right,
6
so
saves.
we're going to take a timeout here, and we will be right back with the third period here at the Man Center with high school boys hockey on WSTO TV.
Be ready to check your pucks in 3.
Welcome back to the Man Center now. James Weingart, Derek Westby with you on WSTO TV tonight. And the Vikings lead over the Monona Grove Silver Eagles by a score of 4-2. And in the second period at 1:57, Brody Lavicek got a goal, and that made it 3-1 at that point. And then a couple minutes later, Brody got his second goal, and the Vikings lead was extended out to 3 at 4-1. And then at 15:32, Tanner Smith got his second goal of the game and his 10th goal overall. And that brings us to the end of the second period with our score: the Vikings 4 and the Silver Eagles 2. And Derek will take us through the Stoughton Hospital stats report through the first two periods.
Yeah, after the first two periods, of course, the Vikings are up 4-2 against the Silver Eagles. And there were 33 shots on goal for Monona Grove, with only 15 on the Stoughton side there. 11 saves for the Monona Grove goalie, and 31 saves for Hellenbrand over here. And Stoughton, the only ones with the penalties in this game so far, 3 for 6 minutes. And those were against Ethan Ebert, Brody Lavicek, and Dustin Wilkie.
All right. That's our Stoughton Hospital stats report through the second period. And we get ready for period number 3 now, with the Vikings in front by 2. And off we go. Comes over here to the near side boards, and Vikings hammered into the zone. Silver Eagles bring it right back out to neutral. Staplefelt sends it in, goes around the top of the boards at the base of the glass, and it gets hung up in the corner. Staplefelt comes back over to help out. Top of the circle now. Austin Sealing with it. He'll drop it down to the corner. Puck behind the net, and it's going to be Garrett Vinge clearing it out. Matthew Prebush is offside.
And just a score update for the people watching at home. Currently, Stoughton is leading Fort Atkinson. The last score I got was 56-40 from our Jacob Ebert, who's over at the basketball game.
Off the face-off, this is kicked back toward the Silver Eagles zone and then played back to neutral, and that's way offside. James Hansen was still in the zone before Jared Bauer picked up the puck and carried it in. And look at that. We have a clock on our screen now.
Oh, there we go.
So you get a chance to watch the clock as it ticks down. Puck goes behind the net. They play catch back there. Batted out of the air right in front. And it's going to be a hand pass. Face-off coming down to the Viking zone after the hand pass is called. Sam Wallin, Jared Bauer, and Brody Lavicek are the 3 goal scorers tonight. And you wonder why there's only 3. Well, Brody's scored twice here in this game, both in the first 5 minutes of the second period. Tanner Smith has both goals for the Silver Eagles here tonight. Bauer sends it into the MG zone, played by Hansen behind the net. Bauer comes back down from the circle to help out and tries to feed it back along behind the net once again. Connor Handel with it, and he'll send it out to neutral. Vikings turn and put it right back into the MG zone. Garrett Vinge pushes it ahead to the Viking blue line. Vikings send it right back the other way. And the chase is on down toward the wall behind the net. And the Silver Eagles will start the rush. Vinge has it. Played off the boards, collected there by Sanford. And Quinn Link with it now. Batted up in the air off the stick. And it'll be the Silver Eagles controlling. They play it off the boards, out to neutral. Gerathanis giving chase. Sanford poked it over toward the wall to interrupt that potential run back toward the Viking end. Welke behind the net. 14:50 to go in the third period. Vikings leading by 2. This will be cleared out on the far side. Sam Wallin takes a hack at it, and that takes a hop off, I think, the top of the boards or the side over there where the taller glass is, and goes out of play. So the face-off coming at the center circle with 14:40 to play in the third. Sanford bounces it off the wall. And he'll collect it back behind the net.
Comes around the corner over here. They push it around the boards out to neutral.
Ethan Johnson plays it for the Silver Eagles. Johnson starts the rush up the near side, flips it across to the other side, batted out of the air by Prebush. And it was Sam Wallin, and now Staplefeld coming down to help out for the Vikings. 3 minutes gone here in the third period. Puck loose out at the blue line, carried down further by Riley Seifert down to the corner, and now hacked at by Austin Sealing, and it goes out to the Silver Eagles end, and Dawson Dutcher plays it behind his own net. Starts the rush up the near side, Zandy. Puck spins along the blue line, and Johnson has it once more, and a shot. Ooh. Dean Sutton got his body in the way of it. 13:25 to go for the third period. Brett Zapp, middle of the ice for the Silver Eagles. Zapp still with it all the way to the goal. Save made by Hellenbrand. Now side of the net. Ethan Ebert sends it all the way down to the other end, and icing is called against Stoughton. 13:01 left in the third. Vikings leading 4-2.
Yeah, Hellenbrand has been making a lot of really good saves tonight. With how many shots on goal the Silver Eagles had, it's amazing that the score is still only 2-4.
Blocker pad save made there by Carter. Down to the corner now. Connor Handel, among others, wrestle for it. Played off the boards out here to the point. They'll drop it back to the corner and around the backside of the net. And Sam Wallin will be first to play it for the Vikings. He'll clear it out to the red line. Poked off of his stick. And now the Silver Eagles will try and start a rush, but they cannot. Welke has it into the circle. 12.5 minutes left in the third. Played off the boards, batted out of the air. Shot and steered aside by Borkert, excuse me. Out to the point now, Sanford has it. He'll drop it down to the corner. And Cam Furseth comes over to play it for a second. Silver Eagles will try and get it out of the zone. Having troubles, now it finally does squirt free. And it goes over to the other side where Sam Wallin waits for it. Big hit there as Connor Handel sent Quinn Link to his knees on a hit over along the red line, or along the wall. Here's a shot, and that one, a riser that goes over the crossbar and into the glass. And there's another hit as the physicality has picked up a little bit here in the third period. Another collision. Johnson with it into the circle. Johnson with a shot, and that hit the post. Comes back out to neutral. Welke one-on-one. Welke with a shot, and that hit his stick and goes into the net, not a play.
There's a mouth guard on the ice over here in the zone over here.
As I mentioned, there was, I think the physicality has picked up a little bit here in this third period. MG wanting to, climb back into this one, and Vikings looking to hold on and to a 2-goal lead, and bodies starting to fly a little bit more furious than what it was earlier. That pass way too far in front of Prebush from Tanner Smith, and so an icing call against Monona Grove, and we'll skate back down to the MG zone for face-off with 11:09 to play. Monona Grove 2-3 in the 2-2 in the conference coming into this game, 3-6 overall. Vikings at 1-3 in the conference and 2-9 overall. Pass goes across to the other side where Prebush has it, comes right in on Hellenbrand and covers up the puck with his glove. 10:56 to play.
Staplefeld in the face-off for the Vikings. Goes right in towards goal, but stick to side.
Comes out to the point now. Here's a shot. Hellenbrand steers it over to the other side this time. Behind the net to the corner here for Michael Zandy. Vikings have the puck now, and it's going to be Jack Sanford. Sanford across the red line. Throws it into the stomach of Garrett Vingy. And now Staplefeld, and we have an offside call.
10:27 left in the third period, and the Vikings are up 4-2. Good to have you guys with us tonight. James Weingart and Derek Westby here at the Mant Center with high school boys hockey on WSTO.
Brandon and Hunter on cameras tonight, and Ashley producing and directing out in the truck. 10:20 to play in the third period. Vikings up by 2. And here comes Garrett Vingy for the Silver Eagles across the blue line. And Vingy had it finally taken away from him. That bounces off of the referee. Here's a shot. Never got in on goal. Silver Eagles control over in the circle. Turnaround shot and a glove save made. And Hellenbrand will hold on with 10:01 to go.
That was a great save by Hellenbrand. He just grabbed that puck right out of the air right as it went flying past him. You know, he seems to have like a sixth sense about where the puck is because he catches it without even looking at it.
And I would think that something like that is much easier for you to see down there than what I can see from up here, because you're more or less looking at how the play develops from the player's perspective, sitting down there right outside the glass.
Yeah, I'm about 15-20 feet from Hellenbrand, so I can see the goal nice and clear right here.
9:45 to play in the third period. Puck goes sliding over to the other side. Poked along to the point, held in there by Ethan Johnson. Johnson wind up in a blast, and that's popped in the air, top of the crease. Still hung up there, and now finally cleared out to the corner. Vikings just fired out of the zone, and it'll be icing against the Vikings, so a face-off coming back down to Stoughton zone with 9:27 to play. Boy, we've seen a few of those tonight, those types of situations where the puck is given up on a rebound off of a save by the goalie, really on both sides. And then bodies and arms and legs and sticks and feet all start kicking and clawing and scratching to get a stick on it, maybe try and put it home. But so far, it has been pretty decent goaltending on both sides. Here's a centering pass, and that goes through the slot over to the other side. Sam Wallin comes down to play it. Wallin behind the net, and he will drop it for Jared Bauer, and then that's a giveaway. Bounding puck goes through neutral ice. Sanford goes back to retrieve it. Hansen plays it high off the glass and down to the other end. Icing would be called. They'll wave icing off. Centering past Lavacek, and it never got really a shot at it. Wallin plays it back through neutral. Bauer tries to send it in. Now played along the blue line. Lavacek had it poked off of his stick, and now here comes Tanner Smith right down the middle of the ice. He's 1-on-3 though. Smith, bottom of the circle, tried to stuff it in at the side of the net. Hellenbrand just leaves it there, and I don't think his teammates are ready for it. They thought maybe the play was over, but the referee never blew his whistle. Either of them. Any of the three, for that matter. 8:15 left. And now in the middle, Silver Eagles had it poked off the stick and comes out to the blue line where Brett Zapp sends it to the corner. And now behind the net, right at the side of the net, trying to smash it in over on that far side again, and it's batted out of the air out at the blue line, and they send it right back in. Ebert has it, and that is to Staplefeld. And Staplefeld has to wait now because Jack Sunby had gotten into the zone.
There was a good eye on that so that there was no offsides over there.
Vingy sends it back toward the Viking end. And now Staplefeld at the red line, blue line, and a shot. Save made over to the corner. Played back out toward the blue line, held in by the Vikings. Staplefeld in the circle, finally taken off of his stick. Here's Sam Wallin with a wind-up blast, and that goes into the net, not a play. 7:15 to go. which you can now see on your screen.
Yeah, Ashley's doing quite a good job directing and producing this game. So glad to see that the clock is up there now, and here we go.
You should, while we have an opportunity a little bit later, do your pitch for volunteers and crew.
Okay.
We'll talk about that after a bit.
Well, here.
7 minutes left in the third period, and that pass is redirected down to the corner, and that's going to be a giveaway into the circle. Here's Staplefeld, and had it taken away from him by Gerathanis. Prebush into the zone. Gerathanis sends it down toward the corner. Staplefeld to play it though. 6:40 left, and at the side of the net, comes out to the front. They try and set it up on the forehand side, Gerathanis did, but it got knocked down to the corner. They play it out toward the point, held in there by Johnson. Into the circle now, and the Vikings come away with it with Staplefeld. Staplefeld across the red line, just flips it high in the air down to the corner. Vikings get a line change here with 6:17 to play. Kicked along, and Tanner Smith has it. Smith has both of the Silver Eagle goals tonight, and his shot comes in on Carter Hellenbrand in his glove, and it's knocked down. 6:07 to play in the third period, and Derek has some information for us.
Yeah, so WSTO is currently hiring part-time camera people at $11 an hour, and you can apply online. Just go to WSTO.tv. We're also looking for announcers for various sports like basketball and volleyball and that kind of stuff. And all of that information is on our website at WSTO.tv.
Oh my. It's very disconcerting when you see a puck go flying through your field of vision at this height.
Yeah, you're about a full story up there, so that's a pretty high puck.
5:38 left in the third. Vikings up by 2. Silver Eagles looking to push the issue here and try and get 1 and perhaps 2 goals to get us to a tie. Side of the net, centering pass, and a big pileup came free again, and they finally put it home. Hellenbrand pleading his case to the official that he was interfered with. Vikings team all in the referee's ears, trying to say that there was interference because there was a big pile up in the crease.
From my angle, that was clearly interference. There were multiple people on Hellenbrand. He couldn't even move to get the puck.
So Brett Zapp is getting credit for the goal. Jack Lemire and Michael Zandy get the assists, and the referee is talking things over with the Vikings coach, Chris Rosholt, wanting an explanation as to why that wasn't interference or some other call.
From this angle, that was definitely interference. Hellenbrand couldn't move to even defend the goal. There was a big pile on the corner of the goal, so from this angle, that could not have been a fair goal.
The official, the referee, had no question as to whether or not it was a good goal or not. He didn't hesitate, and as soon as the puck went in, there was discussion from the Vikings team, and the discussion continues at the bench. And now finally the official says that's enough, and off we go. So 4-3 our score now. So the Vikings lead cut down to 1, and they'll dump it in the corner, and it slides behind the net to the other side. Wallin has it. Played off the wall, but not out of the zone. Popped in the air. Hansen trying to just get it above the blue line. He does. Hansen sends it into the Silver Eagle zone. Across the ice to the other side. Matthew Prebush couldn't control it, and it's going to be Sam Wallin sending it to this side for Jared Bauer. No, it isn't either. That was Sanford. Johnson back into the Viking zone. 4:45 to go. Now Bauer has it, trying to get around Dawson Dutcher, but Dutcher's skates got in the way of the pass. Bauer was trying to pass it to himself, and that was blown up. So we have a stoppage here with 4:39 to go, and the Vikings lead is at 4-3. Sam Wallin scored, and Jared Bauer for the Vikings in the first. Tanner Smith scored for MG. Brody Lavicek twice in the first 5 minutes of the second period. Smith got another goal. That swept aside on the shot. Now Brett Zapp scoring here just a little while ago for Monona Grove to cut the lead from 4-2 down to 4-3. That's going to be a problem, I think. Looked like Jack Lemire got pushed into the boards from behind, but apparently there will not be a penalty called here. From where I'm standing, it certainly sounded a lot worse than apparently it was.
It looked from my angle about how it sounded, so.
Staplefeld fires it into the wall and into the corner now. 4:05, 4:04, 4:03 to play in the third. Into the corner again. Centering pass, popped in the air. Now between the circles. Little backhand pass. Oh, that one just hits the post and caroms over here to the corner. 3:50 left. Back out toward the blue line. Big pile up there. They swing and a miss on that pass. Staplefeld comes away with it for the Vikings. He'll just poke it into the Silver Eagle zone.
3:35 remaining in the period.
There's a penalty coming up again. Viking penalty, their fourth of the night, and it's going to be a hook. So perhaps just exactly what the Silver Eagles needed here. Austin Sealing, the junior, goes into the box for a hook. And now the Vikings, leading by 1, will have a 2-minute penalty to kill off here.
It seems like the point in every period so far this game that the Vikings have gotten a penalty. Always just a few minutes left in the period and they get one. So.
And we'll see what the Silver Eagles come up with. 1:45 left in the penalty, 3:06 to go for the game. On the near side, they'll bring it up to the circle. They'll throw it across to Gerathanis. Under 3 minutes to go. Over to this side and off the post. Was it in? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Yep. So with 2:54 remaining in the period, it's tied up at 4. That was the Monona Grove Silver Eagles' first power play goal of the game. So they are 1 for 4 out of these penalties that we've had.
5 from 20 to 21.
Garrett Vingy with the goal. And Tanner Smith and Brett Zapp get the assists on that power play goal. So 2 goals by the Silver Eagles in 2.5 minutes have tied the game up with 2:42 to play.
Power play goal scored for the Silver Eagles by number 5.
And here they come again. Gerathan is trying to center it, but it was knocked down to the corner. Right in front, kicked over here. Another save. Hellenbrand covers it up, and now a little pushing and shoving after the fact. 2:28 left in the third period. 27, I should say. And we're tied at 4. Shots on goal were decidedly in favor of Monona Grove through the entire game, and that hits the official as they tried to dump it in the corner. Now it is Wallin with it. 2:10 to play in regulation. Sam still with it, and that goes in. It should have been offside, I think, but they'll say play on. 2 minutes to go. Wallin down to the corner, gets double teamed, loses the puck. And behind the net now, that's going to be Riley Seifert. Long pass up ahead goes Michael Zandy. 1:45 remaining. Puck in the corner. Comes in toward the circle, out to the high slot, and Brody Lavicek has it for the Vikings. And he wipes out one of the MG players. Here's a shot, and that one goes into the glass in the corner and out of play.
Oh boy, 1:26 left in the third period. Score is tied at 4.
That's what I get for saying they needed 2 to tie.
Yeah, James, you cursed us.
I did, twice. The MG fans yelling and screaming over there. Viking fans yelling and screaming too. 1:24, clock running here late in the third. Tie game at 4. Big hit in as the puck goes sliding into the corner. 1:15. Boy, they come right into your living room there. And over to the far side, dropped into the corner. Ebert batted it out of the air. Now the Vikings will start a rush up the near side. Sunby sends it in. Save made. Less than a minute to go now in the third. Into the circle. Kick toward the middle. And Vingy has it. Vingy back out to neutral. And right along the blue line. Staplefeld hammers it to the glass. 40 seconds to play in regulation. Wallin sends it back around. Into the corner, stop there. Vikings come up with it. And at the side of the net, Staplefeld. 26 seconds to go, out to the high slot. Here's a shot. Oh, and that one redirected just wide to the right. 20 seconds to play. Back out in front again, and they chip it over the crossbar. 15 seconds left. Into the corner again, Staplefeld. And now Sealing trying to get it in front. Bounded it at the side of the net. Under 10 seconds to play. Down to the corner. They rebounded off the boards with 4 seconds. 3 and 2. And we are going to overtime.
All right, James. So can you go over the overtime rules for us here? We haven't had an overtime yet this year.
So what will happen is I think they'll put 3 minutes up for kind of a cool down period, as it were. And then we will have an 8-minute overtime session. If the Vikings, well, if either team scores, then it's over. And if we go this full 8 minutes without a goal, then the game just ends up as a tie. So in the third period, it was Brett Zapp with a goal at 11:36 to make it 4-3, and then Garrett Vingy a power play goal at 14:06 to tie it up at 4. And so we head to overtime with the Silver Eagles 4 and the Vikings 4.
All right, so we're about a minute through our cool down period here, and they don't Zamboni nothing, so in about 2 minutes we'll start up with the overtime 8 minutes. And of course, you cursed us, James.
I didn't say it, though. I didn't say the dreaded O word.
Well, we're going into overtime now, so you can say the
now
dreaded O word.
Now I can say it, yeah. And I should also make mention of the fact I had been remiss in not saying this, but kind of due to a scheduling quirk, the second half of the schedule is starting up here. And the Vikings and Silver Eagles, of course, are playing here in Stoughton tonight. But then on Tuesday of next week, which is January 9th, these two teams are going to play again in Madison. So twice over the course of 5 days that these two teams will play. MG playing at McFarland tomorrow, which is Friday, January 5th. Host Stoughton on Tuesday the 9th, and then they're at Edgewood on the 11th, and hosting Fond du Lac on the 13th, and hosting Milton on the 19th. And the Vikings' upcoming schedule, they will be home. We'll have a home game on Saturday night against Monroe, and then they're on the road for 4. Tuesday the 9th at Monona Grove, as we mentioned, at Milton on the 12th, at Middleton on the 13th, and then at Sauk Prairie on the 16th. The next home game then after Saturday won't be until Thursday, January 18th, so almost 2 full weeks, and that'll be against Edgewood. And then another doubleheader on Saturday the 20th. The girls will be playing.
I believe that's a 4 p.m. game.
Yep, the girls will be playing late. So the boys here, the Vikings will be playing against Sparta at 4 o'clock on Saturday the 20th. So Vikings have 1, 2, 3, 4 more home games after tonight, but they have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12 games overall. So 8 road games and 8 road games, but one of those road games is actually a road home game because it's against Milton. Milton and the Vikings, of course, share the Man Center. So, all right, overtime now. 8 minutes on the clock, and off we go. Next goal wins. Otherwise, we go through the full 8 minutes, and it's 59 minutes and no result. Knocked out of the air, or 62 minutes, I guess it is. No, it isn't either. 51.
I'm not that great at math, so I'll trust you on that one, James.
Right in front, bounding puck, and it comes out to the blue line. 17 times 3 is 51, and 8 is 59. I was right the first time. Sanford rifles it around the top of the boards and out to neutral. Mistakes are... Here's a shot from Staplefeld, and that goes just wide to the left. Back in front, and the Vikings have scored and win it.
Less than a minute into the overtime period, the Vikings take the lead 5-4 and win the game. Nice big pile up right in front of the camera over there. You can see it practically in your living room when they all skated over there. Let's see if we can get another shot of that over there. There we go.
Austin Sealing gets the game winner, and Nolan Staplefeld and Sam Wallin with the assist, and the Vikings win 5-4 in overtime.
You should see how happy Coach Roschult is over here with the game-winning goal. So here's the handshake, and take it away, James.
So taking a look at our scoring summary then, Sam Wallin, Tanner Smith, Jared Bauer scoring in the first period. Vikings led 2-1 after 1. Brody Lavicek scoring twice, and then Tanner Smith again in the second period. And the Vikings leading 4-2 after 2. And then Brett Zapp and Garrett Vingy getting goals in the third period for Monona Grove to tie it at 4. That sends us to overtime. And then 52 seconds into the overtime period, Austin Sealing able to beat the goalie Jason Borchard. And the Vikings pull off an overtime win here tonight by a final margin of 5-4. So our next Stoughton boys hockey game will come your way on Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. That'll be against Monroe. Hope you can join us then. And with the win tonight, by the way, the Vikings improve to 2-3 in the Badger South, and they are now 3-9 overall. Monona Grove drops to 2-3 in the conference, and they are now 3-7 overall. And we hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Thanks to our crew, as always. Thanks to you for watching. For Derek Westby, James Weingard from the Man Center, thanks for being with us, and we'll see you Saturday. For more, go online, WSTO.TV, and good night from the Man Center. offside, but it's a penalty, and the Vikings have scored shorthanded. So into the circle, another nice move, and he scores! Couple of really nifty moves that time by Justin Gibbons up behind the net. And here's a giveaway. Here's Lavacek with a breakaway opportunity now. Brody with a shot and a score! 6:33 remaining, and the Vikings have tied it up. This broadcast of Stoughton High School boys hockey is brought to you through generous support of these WSDO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSDO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency. Proven history of great customer service. Call to discuss a free insurance proposal and discover if he can save you money. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency is conveniently located in downtown Stoughton at the intersection of Main Street and Water Street. The UPS store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The three things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSDO programming. McFarland State Bank, your local, safe, and trustworthy community bank since 1904. Member FDIC.